All right, thank you very much. So this is the Jazz Ensemble. Thank you for sticking around for all three bands. The stream is not up right now. We had some power issues, but we will make sure that the recording of this gets broadcast later for those. Of course, I'm preaching to the choir now. You're hearing it. The people at home aren't hearing it, but they will later in the week. So that was a tune by the great Canadian trombonist and composer named Rob McConnell, who's a real personal favorite of mine. He always says just a little bit of humor with all his tunes. Like the ending is one thing you can tell is like a little funny. That was called A Tribute to Art Fern, which will make sense to almost nobody out there, but that was a character that Johnny Carson used to do on his show every once in a while. It wouldn't make any sense if I did an impression right now, so I won't, even though I love to do them, but I will not do that. But that featured on the tenor sax, Mr. Mason Fuller. And also on the trombone, Mr. Joshua Thompson. All right, this next tune is a different arrangement of a tune we did earlier with the Jazz Lab Band. It's called On Green Dolphin Street. This is arranged by Les Hooper. All right, that was on Green Dolphin Street. That was on the alto sax, Mr. Dexter Zabriskie. On the trumpet, Mr. Thomas Schaefer. Mr. Thomas Schaefer, fan section always travels well. On the piano, Dane Relaford. And on drums, Mr. Israel Yanez. All right, the Jazz Orchestra ended with the great Thad Jones tune, and we're going to do a really nice Thad Jones arrangement of a really old jazz standard called All of Me. It's going to feature Dexter Seymour as well as the whole band. So here's Thad Jones' arrangement of All of Me. All right, how about Dexter Zabriskie there on the alto? Indeed. There are a lot of people that went into making this concert happen in the first place. If you don't know, where you're sitting right now was originally decommissioned about 5 years ago. There used to be Shakespeare in the Park and theater productions out here. But a while ago, the university decided that it was not worth keeping up and kind of let it grow over. If you would have seen this place 2 weeks ago, you would have barely been able to see the stage, and these trees have grown over. There's all kinds of grass growing up through the seats there. There were a bunch of broken boards on here, and the facilities area here really did a great job of getting this ready. I got to thank Thomas Ewan, Nathan Lawrence, David Sombrano from the Recycling Center, who was able to lend us a van that would actually get up this trail here. If any of you tried to brave it in your car, it's not for the faint of heart. And also allowed us to get up here and to use these facilities. So big thanks to all those people who helped us out just to make this happen. And of course, Joey Martin, the director of the School of Music, for really facilitating all of it and making sure that we had a place to play. Obviously, we're not able to get out into our Performing Arts Center having indoor concerts right now. So this is really the best we could do. And as I said before, we've been practicing in a parking garage and making things work. And none of the students here had an ounce of complaint, at least not to me. They probably complain to each other, I'm sure. But we've really done just a great job being able to make music. And the jazz orchestra and jazz ensemble usually rehearse at the same time. But now that we have one rehearsal spot, we get about half the amount of rehearsal we used to. Not using that as an excuse, just saying how great of a job both these bands have done for the limited amount of time we've been able to even get into this. So we're going to do a couple more tunes. This one is by a great composer that's known for his modern compositions of his big fat band named Goodwin, but this dates back to when he was actually a student at Cal State Northridge back in the early 80s. This is a tune called Hot Monkey Love. right, thank you very much. So that was on the guitar, Mr. Blake O'Neill. Blake O'Neill. And on the tenor sax, Mr. Luke Bartels. Very fervent fans here, appreciate that. All right, so this is our last tune. Ironically enough, it's called Solos. Well, not ironically, fittingly enough, because we're going to have a bunch of solos on here. You fit a bunch of people in that you haven't had a chance to hear yet. You'll hear Josh Thompson on trombone, who you have heard, as well as Nick Pastrano on the alto, a little bit of Brian Golden on the bari, Josh Torres on the trumpet as well. So we get a few more solos in here. This is a tune that Bill Holman wrote for the Stan Kenton Orchestra way back when, called Solos. And again, thank you to everyone that came. I know this is a hard place to find. B, very hot out today, but could have been worse, I suppose. Could have been cold. And I appreciate that the parking's not great. Getting here isn't great. Finding the place isn't great, but everybody made it work on stage. Everybody made it work in the audience. I really appreciate it, both for the audience and the performer standpoint. So this was, like I said, 8 weeks, 8 weeks in the work to make this concert happen, and I'm glad everything finally is come and gone and gone out without a hitch. So here's our last tune. Thanks for coming. This is Solos.